So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Lee Kang-in. Rice. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Takes a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Well read, nice interception. Yamal. Oh, perfectly measured that. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Mbappe gets his head on it! And he's following up! Oh no, what a decent chance! And one more try! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Sweden really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Calafiori. To McGinn. Oh, that's well spotted. Shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Merino! It's in! Unbelievable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Gives it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
That's a sharp pass. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a lovely, neat pass. Yamal's cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Stones. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Calafiori. McGinn. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. That is lovely. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Rice with the short one. Kimmich's cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Yamal is there and he can pick it up. Jikia with the foul. Oh, he's taken it. Looking to play him in. In by Merino. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. More and more pressure on the ball here. Jikia. Calafiori. Nice sequence of passes, this. Mbappe! A header! He scores! And they've got their lead back.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Kimmich. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's worked it through. He has found the way through. Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And it's been played through. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Zubimendi. Chance here to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And here's Mbappe. Yamal. Oh, smashing header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now, can they get him away? Now, this could be a chance. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Zubimendi. And they can counter here. Lee Kang-in. Mbappe. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Mohamed Salah. Oh, nice touch. Tries a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Raphael. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Now it's McGinn. Oh, this is a great position. He's shifting through the gears here. He rises! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Stones spots it and intercepts. Yamal. Rice. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal has got himself a free kick. Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further.
Substitution for Sweden, number 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 19, Yamal. Number
And he's had it
23,
nicked away.
Mikel Merino.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rafael Leao. Number 8, Orsolini.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
18, Robert Lewandowski. Substitution.
And it's Stones. Great ball, and he shoots! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Calafiori, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Chance here to counter.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial...
And Messi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Hazard with the delivery. And that's an excellent interception. France have the chance to go the other way. Kukçu. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the through ball. Bullet! He's got away with one there.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Right side, chance! Goal! France! So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's Hazard. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Messi. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable. Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Nesta attempts a clearance. Pullet absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Can he get it through? Now it's Luis Suarez. And no, that was never going to make it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Foot in. Kukçu. And the shot! Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He gets big. Goal, France! And again they hit the front. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
France get themselves into the lead. Toure producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Pullet, and he's lost his man here. Pullet had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And here's Pullet. Byrne. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Pinches it off him. Pullet. He won't be happy with that one. Nicely weighted ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Half-time getting close now. Now it's Pullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Yaya Toure. Nesta. And it's Nesta. Back to the keeper it goes. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Sera exclu du stade. Merci. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 23. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 10. Ibrahimovic. Changement en cours.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving your...
It's Lewandowski! Now, who's going to be first to this? Hit into the middle. Seedorf.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That has been cut short. Jikia gets over and intercepts. Kukçu. Now it's Azar. Azar! Loose ball. In he goes again. They've done it! And he's been shifted off it. Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. Takes a shot! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say that...
There's the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Is there any support? He might not need it.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's Luis Suarez! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To further improve their position of comfort. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Attention, changement.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's... and it's come back out to him.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Nicely shaped ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. Big chance! Goes for a shot! Yes! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Yaya Toure. Just about up to 75 minutes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And here's Haaland. Cruyff. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes! And he's missed it. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demanderai de bien vouloir prendre connaissance du communiqué envoyé par la police et qui s'affiche actuellement sur l'écran géant.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks.
Pullet gets... and the shot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Rafael Leao. Ruben Neves. Now it's Batistuta. Hazard. Oh, important interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Quarter of an hour played. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. Up he goes! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Calafiori gets across to intercept that. Hazard. And here's Mbappe. He's being urged to shoot, and he's managed to get free. Oh, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Applies the finish! They've got to be quick. Oh, what has happened here? Long ball upfield. And here's Batistuta. Lovely feet. And it's Ruben Neves. Seedorf. Seedorf with a definite foul there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And the shot! No mistake! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, played right into his path. Stones. Hazard. Ruben Neves. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it. Tries a shot! Goal! France! And again they hit the front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
France go into the lead. Calafiori. And it's Ruben Neves. Look at the chance for a shot! Pirlo, played into space, floated through. Rafael Leao! And he's there to get it away. And that's been won straight back. And it's Gullit. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He can get that clear. Stones producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. France do have a chance to counter here. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Gullit. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bale promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Gullit. Oh, what a ball! It's Dembele! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Ruben Neves. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe goes for a shot! Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, delightful ball. Cleared with it. Tries from distance. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get it through? No, it's come to nothing. And they've got rid. And that's gone loose. Gullit running with the ball. Calafiori. Tries to play it through. That's very neat. Here comes the... It's a mighty effort! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And he's picked it up out wide. And he's gone looking for safety. Pirlo! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
France
23.
with the corner. They're
Pour
first.
remplacer le numéro 11. Changement en cours.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Thuram. And it's Seedorf. Achiampong kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
It's Lewandowski! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Chooses to go back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe! It's hit the crossbar. And that's caused a worry or two.
Oh, maybe it was one of those moments when he just caught it too well.
Now it's Rafael Leao. He's in space and looking for options. And he was alert to it. Azar. Batistuta, given the lift of his goal. And here's Cruyff. He shifted it to the flank. He's found a way through. Produces a cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Nedved. Stones. Now it's Batistuta. Ah, that's a fine interception. Nedved. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe receives a header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. France have the chance to go the other way. Half an hour gone in the second half. Shot could be on. And Batistuta! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
He has found the way through. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Rafael Leao. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? But it's Thuram. Now, this could be a chance. That's a good ball out wide. Cross to the back post. Showing good feet. Bale. Big header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Gabriel, that is ended up in no man's land. And there's green grass ahead of it. Shot, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So now the difference is 3.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. France clearly now in lead preservation mode. That's good play. Engages and forces him off the ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nesta gets a foot in. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads. Then
there's the shot!
Clarence Seedorf is good enough to mix it up there with the best on the planet.
In practically every position.
Yeah, he can perform a whole number of roles in keeping with that Dutch trait of total football, and he can have the swaying influence here too.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Gullit proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's Kukçu. That's a good run down the left. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Threads one in. Lever tries a shot! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Kukçu gets a good foot in there. Yaya Toure. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. He's shifting through the gears here. Big header! Now, who's going to be first to this? Cleared without complication. Nesta. Yaya Toure. And it's Bale. Out towards the flank. In towards the back. Oh, smashing header! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ronaldinho. That's Ruben Neves. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kukçu. And here's Batistuta. Yaya Toure. Seedorf. Now it's Gullit. And it's Pirlo. A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hernandez. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Batistuta. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Ruben Neves is behind this one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Kukçu! It's a searching pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Here's a sharp little ball here. Lewandowski. Oh, nice touch. Pings in across. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And that's put paid to a promising move. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Lewandowski.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now this could... Shoots! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Il y aura 2 minutes
Well, Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Yaya Toure. Pirlo. Distributed tidily. And always quick to react. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half. And it's Messi. There will be a throw-in. Bale. Araujo. Thuram. Pressing high and with purpose. Aimed beyond the defence. Ruben Neves. Batistuta. Decent chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Pirlo. Well seen. Saw that coming. And that's been won straight back. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Dembele. Now it's Hullet. He's being urged to shoot. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Ronaldinho powering forward here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just
Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And they're back in front! Simplicity itself.
some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's really well manoeuvred. Batistuta. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. Pirlo. Oh, some tackle that. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 23.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Seedorf. À leur place,
And it's Bale.
le numéro
Great
4,
ball if he can get there.
le numéro 11. Changement en
That was
cours.
nowhere near his best. Batistuta. And they can counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. And the finish! Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his...
Big chance! It's there! Into the lead once more.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Played into space. Oh no, that was never going to make it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nedved hurtling down that right flank. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Azar. Kukçu. In with the challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. They've won a corner.
Changement pour la France.
And we have our very first corner.
Yaya Touré, le numéro 19. Pirlo, le numéro 10. Ibrahimovic.
Batistuta with the short one. Oh, it's Batistuta.
Le numéro 26.
Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it.
Attention, changement.
Corner number 2 then. Chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Rafael Leao, tries to play it through. And now they can clear their lines.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Nedved. And here's Rafael Leao. He's beaten the last man. Looking to play him in. Plays in a header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Dembele. That is ended up in no man's land. That's the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we refer to.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's come to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best.
Chance! It's a loose ball. Pirlo does really well to win the ball there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Calafiori cuts out the pass. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does, the perfect blend of power, of pace, and it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves. Lewandowski. And the finish! And he's done it!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So, a breakthrough already. First quarter of an hour gone. Looks a smashing ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Pirlo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bale. And that's aimed into the middle. He's got tall. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
This ended up in no man's land. Messi, chance here to counter. Now it's Batistuta. Yaya Toure. And here's the chance to counter. Played into space. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Great vision. Messi receives it in a wide position. That's very neat. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Kukçu. Dembele. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Batistuta. Pirlo. Thuram. Ambitious ball here. And no, that was never going to make it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pull it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Changement en cours.
Great chance here from position A1.
This is the sort of thing he craves.
Pirlo! Decent hit from there. Kukçu. Strong running down that left flank. That's a throw. Can he get on the end of this? Kukçu. And it's Ruben Neves. Hernandez. Hernandez running with the ball. He's being urged to shoot. Flings it across. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And this is Batistuta. Goes for a shot! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. How very smart. He just got it right.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came up.
And there is the half-time whistle. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Over to the other side. Kukçu. Now it's Lewandowski. Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. Van der Sar claims comfortably.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Gullit.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Defending was strong and firm. Ruben Neves. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Picked out, shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further. That was a given, it always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Pirlo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He has found a way through. And he shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Seedorf. Just about up to the hour now. Batistuta. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Messi. They're back in possession and ready to go again. That's a sharp pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Batistuta. Araujo kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Ibrahimovic. Lovely bit of skill. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here. So the perfect chance to get one back.
Le numéro 23, le numéro 10, Ibrahimovic.
Oh, there's the shot! He has done it! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So is this the start of a comeback? Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's shifting through the gears here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the...
Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Quality ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nesta makes the interception. Seedorf. And it's Bellingham. And Azar. Hazard tries making a foray down the right. Threads one in. Lewandowski. Hazard. And here's Lewandowski. Thuram. Now it's Rafael Leao. Good ball over the top. Well, that is one way to stop him. It's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Cruyff. That looks a good ball through. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Azar. Oh, cracking ball. Bale. Bellingham has found the net here, of course. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Lewandowski. And this is Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. France needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Temps additionnel.
And he was quick to react. It's a pretty loose pass. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That is good alertness. Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Stones. And it's lofted through here. Can he latch on to this? Araujo calmly anticipates. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Tries a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Bale defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Messi tries making a foray down the right. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Bale. Gabriel cuts it out. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go to fulfil all of that potential.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Over to the left. Nedved going face-to-face with his great shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Morientes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Pass somewhat off target. Kukçu goes steaming forward. Pirlo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved wins the duel this time. So it is still 0-0. Yaya Toure.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And Batistuta! Oh, what has happened here? And it's Messi. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he steps in, and that's the end of that. It's a really well-measured ball. Yaya Toure. It's Pirlo. And that is a little undercooked. Lewandowski. And that's a good ball. And he passes it long. It's run loose here. Nedved. Morientes. No, that's been intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Nice sequence of passes, this. Pirlo. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Bale. Strong running down that left flank. Pirlo. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Brilliant from Ruben Neves! About as smooth as it gets. The breakthrough strike. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Le numéro 2.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Played towards the other side. Ruben Neves. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta proves just a little bit too strong. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Passes short and sharp. Lewandowski! Oh, nearly, but not quite. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and
the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Lewandowski! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. France have the chance to go the other way. Calafiori. Kupchu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And they win it back again. Now it's Lewandowski.
That's good play from him.
Oh, some tackle that.
Lewandowski really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Good read, needed to be. Morientes, and France can counter now. Pass is just off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Pirlo gets over and intercepts. That's good vision. Dembele is onto the big chance! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Gerrard. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's through, now is he in? Pirlo. Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Nedved. Lovely, now then. And he welcomes it in. Oh, good ball. That's good defending, very... Decent chance! Goal, France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 26.
France take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every
Le
department.
numéro 22. Vieira.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Le numéro 15. Attention, changement.
Oh, cracking ball. And the shot! He's got a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Oh, delightful ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Mbappe. Morientes. Looking to play him in. And he's picked out the run. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Calafiori makes the interception. Kukçu. Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction. Ruben Neves, given the lift of his goal.
Additionnel, 3 minutes.
That is lovely. Seedorf. Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. And the number on the board is 3.
This is the time you need that pace.
Morientes in with the challenge. And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a win.